Alright, let's open our packages I received today. Ha So now, let's just go ahead and, I don't do unboxings. Got a few things I want to talk about real quick. Worked all night. So I took advice from myself and a little help from Raul's channel on Monday night on Focus, and started actually working on my layout. Probably can't see it too well. I started putting the foam board in places, get my elevations. It's still rough. I did get quite a bit done today, along with a few other things I was doing, but more on that later. I just wanted to give you a quick update. I will try and get more done by, I promised a video Sunday, so that's what's going to happen. But let's get started. Now, one thing I don't have down here in one of my packages is I don't have, I ordered some tires for my Lamborghini, sideways Lamborghini, and my, NSR Porsche 917. But they're in their respective place for now. I also got the slot invasion guides. I put them on all my cars when I get a chance. If they don't have them on there yet, it's because I just haven't ordered them yet. I don't plan to drive them for a minute. But try to be a little more organized. And I want to slow down my speaking on here, because I think I sometimes talk too fast. I put the bridge back in place temporarily only because I was working on some areas there. This will be something I could cover more on Sunday. Topic at hand, So let's get started on what I really want to talk about today. So fist bumps, here we go. So I've been trying to come up with a way to do billboards without having to do the conventional billboards everywhere. Now, it's not that I'm not going to add some more, but like I said, I like to support everybody's channels on my racetrack that have supported me along the way. So I kind of came up with this idea. Now later on, I'm going to build more of a frame around this to make this more of it look like a billboard. Right now, it's just a tablet. Actually, it's a Kindle Fire, but I plan to show you kind of what I'm doing here. There's been a lot of people supporting me along the way, and I kind of put some of them in here. So we got Raul's. I kind of had to adjust some of these to make them work, so they're probably not the right colors in all of them, but these are some of the guys I follow. If you have not checked these guys out, you definitely need to. Great bunch of guys. They do a lot for this hobby. You'd be surprised at the interesting things you could find on each one of their channels. They all have their own specifics, which is what all of us do. We all have our own little detail that brings it all together. So I just have a few on there, more to come, but I just wanted to show that out. I am working on it. I thought this would be a cooler way to do billboards, like a digital billboard you see in a major city or something like that. Well, I'm going to plan to put it on the track. Not sure where yet, but we'll get there. Down here, this came with one of my packages today. Actually, I got a set of them, so I've got two. And I didn't put a car on there, so let me slide my chair over here a minute. And what it is, I'm sure some of you are familiar, but for the new people out there, because I keep forgetting that, that's what I'm not as new as I used to be, but, trying to help people out along the way. So you put your guide in here. What it does, it lifts your car off the ground, so your wheels aren't touching. Which is, you go, why do you want your wheels not to touch? There's a lot of reasons. They become flat-sided from sitting too long. If you don't drive your cars on a regular basis, they sit in the garage like all those over there. The tires start to warp the direction of the way they sit on there. It also helps with the melting issue. It's sort of like a tire, sort of like a tire on a car or a camper. That's probably the best way to put it. Helps it not dry rot out. So you know, by being soaked up by the material around it. And, well, enough said. I think you guys understand what I'm saying. I did get 2 of those. I got some buttons here. You're like, what's so big about that? Well, I took this one off of my super controller, and I put one of these beige ones on, and they come with it, you know, so you can change out your buttons. There's just different option on colors. Let me see if I can get a better picture of that. And that came with my packaging also. I kind of liked it. They are a little. I didn't fit it all the way down. It's a little tight, and I was afraid to push down really hard on it at the moment because it might break, and I'm, you know, not sure that's the one that's going to stay on there. I'm kind of particular to brown. That's beige, so it's pretty close. But anyway, also got a set of these, privately made. And what these do is, you know, I guess I could probably try and show you real quick so people understand. They're for your track to secure it down. And since I can't seem to open the bag, I mean, I really can't open this bag. Mama, help me. Anyway, it's different. I have some of the actual Carrera versions of this. What it is, you got these little tabs on the side, and it's hard to do when you're holding the camera too. You can put it in. Now you can drop a screw in here, and that'll help hold this track from moving. I don't think you need them on every piece of track, but yeah, in some cases I think you could use it, so you don't have separation like I'm having there. But that's another issue. It's not because I don't have these in place. I've been working on tightening up the track while I was doing all my foam board today, and anyway, I found that I had a gap underneath over the overpass over there. Well, I've gotten it reached over here, so I think I'm going to have to push it all the way down, and I'm thinking that back 415 corner is going to have to be moved. I might have to take down those mountains in the back, or the framing I got back here, so I can fix that. But I just want to make it a little tighter. But these help with that. Of course, you know, if you're putting anything in place, it's kind of hard to. You're going to have to cut like a piece. Like in my case, I do foam. I could probably cut a piece of foam that'll fit, so it'll slide over the top of this, so you won't really see it. It'd be kind of nice. Let me get this remote out of the way. Another project I'm working on. And see, that one slid. Oh, I didn't realize it slid. This is what you don't do. If you... Okay. This is what I'm trying to do. These are shims you get at any of your home improvement stores. And I'd seen a video a while back, and a guy had actually used these to slide them underneath the track, usually on corners. And again, hard to do with one hand. Let me see if I can push it down far enough. And what you do is you slide underneath the track, and it gives it a little bit of elevation. And what it does is it angles the curve, so your curve's a little higher on this end, so you're kind of banking a little bit. What it does is it gives you a little more speed when you're coming through the corners. Not a whole lot, but it makes your braking distance a little different. I had already made this video once before, and I actually slid these together and had them underneath that, and I guess I didn't pay attention when I was doing it. Good thing I'm making another video. But, I mean, this will still work. You just want them to stay together. I have a tendency when I was moving around to do the foam board today, when I was pulling the track around, they would slide apart, and then, you know, now you got to stack them again. Well, then I wondered if that was going to happen when you're running the cars around there. After a while, you know, the vibration would separate those two pieces of wood, and then you'd have the same problem where it's falling out, and then now it's harder to get to because you know, if I foamed it all in right here around the edges, you're not going to see those in the first place, and it's going to be harder to get to. So that's just a little step I started doing. I actually have them quite a bit implemented around my track, mainly in my 160 curves. I haven't really done it to the 415s, You could do it to those. As a matter of fact, I might end up doing it on this end. But what it does, just like I said, it elevates it, gives you, so you can go in a little faster into the curve, which is, I won't lie, it does work. It actually, you get a, don't know how to quite explain. You get quite a bit extra going into the curve that you wouldn't normally get with a car. So maybe maybe some of you call that cheating. I like it because, you know, if you want speed, well, why not? They don't make any bigger than a 415 curve, you know, unless you get a 415 banked, which is probably the fastest you could probably go around a curve. But if you're running magnetless, no magnets, you're gonna, if you stop that car on the turn, it's gonna slide down. Anyway, so I wanted to get to another main thing today, kind of the coup de grace of this whole thing, and I guess I'll pull this out. I was gonna do this a different way, but today I received, yes, that's right, guys, I got my axle box. I've been off all day. I could have put this in, but after the Monday thing, talking about Focus on Conquest Racing's live stream, I need to work on the track. Well, this is part of it. I plan to put this in this weekend. This will be reviewed in detail for Sunday's video. I'll show you, I'm going to try and do a step-by-step, put it in. I'll show you what it can do. A lot of you have similar systems to this, so you already know what it can do and what it can't do, but I thought the interesting thing was you could ghost car in analog mode, is what I've heard. Alex Duncan's the guy's name. He really good guy. I paid him right off the bat one night after I seen Travis's video, that slot car guy, and he stayed in touch with me the whole time. He let me know that, you know, he asked me what color I wanted. I said I wanted red. Everybody knows I'm kind of a Christmas themed track. This used to be a Christmas room, so, you know, I'm trying to do that. Plus, it's still my favorite holiday, and I like the coloring. So, make a long story short, I ordered it in red, and he just happened to have one off. So I ended up being able to get it pretty quick. It's taken a couple of weeks to get here, about 2.5, something like that, because it comes out of Canada. Now, I should insert a picture real quick, but I'll insert it at the end of the video. He's got a Facebook page, Alex_box homepage on Facebook. That's usually how you first initially get in touch with him, and I won't lie, he's got a list right now, but you definitely want to get on that list if you're wanting one of these. He's quite busy. He's a one-man show. If you've seen Travis's show, he tells you he's one guy, and he's working hard at it. And I think it's a great alternative. The price point was good for me. There's other options out there. Just this was the option I chose. So pretty nice. Got to drill a hole in the wood, and you know, I think Travis put his next to his CPU. I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to end up either mounting it on the other side of over here somewhere once this is centered, or I may end up mounting it right over here somewhere. The reason being, this is a narrow passage. Yeah, you can see some of my foam down there on the floor. Whoops, sorry. But when I'm walking through here, sometimes, you know, I bump things. And my concern was, see, I'm always trying to think things out, even though it doesn't seem that way when I'm talking. You know, coming by and, you know, my butt, rub it up against the button. Although this button's pretty stiff, it would be hard to do, but it could happen. Or, you know, you flip the switch into the other mode and something goes wrong with the box, or something, it fries the CPU. These are just the things I've got so far. Sorry about my finger keep dipping into the camera there. I didn't tripod it again as usual. You'd think I'd do that by now. But anyway, Sunday I will be showing this in its full glory as long as I hook everything up right. That's the test. I also plan to, and maybe you guys might do this too, since this is engraved in, if you can see it from the angle, it's engraved in there. Because again, I'm Christmas, red and white. I think I'm going to get a narrow paintbrush and I'm going to paint white inside here so it stands out more. And same with the front. Just got car 1, car 2, analog on, analog off, and analog and digital here too for car 1, car 2. I think that's how it works. So anyway, more on that Sunday. I'll know more. So y'all have a great day. This will be released on Thursday, because I said I'd do Thursdays and Sundays for now. I'm trying to extend more content. I'm going to try and talk a little slower, and I'm going to start explaining things better. I tend to be what you call, I've never been diagnosed ADD, but I tend to jump all over the place, and I'm trying not to do that anymore. That's why sometimes my questions come out the wrong way when I'm on other people's sites, and I don't mean for people to take it the wrong way. So, I'm not trying to gaslight anything, but just trying to give you some ideas of what you can do, and more to come. I will talk to you Sunday if I don't talk to you in another chat somewhere. Y'all have a great day. Bye.